This is a Berliner Model J. Once Berliner had moved to Canada, or up to Canada, after selling his patents and his worldwide rights to Eldridge Johnson, who founded the Victor Company, he was building machines in Canada. And he had a real connection to Victor still, obviously. And so the machines he marketed in Canada are very much like Victor products. They used a lot of the same technology. There didn't seem to be patent problems between him and Victor. So you'll see a lot of them look similar. But the strange thing is they're not interchangeable. The reproducer on this is an exhibition style reproducer, and this might even actually be, yeah, it's an exhibition reproducer because that was interchangeable. But these tapered tone arms and the back brackets and the horns and the elbows and the motors, none of that is interchangeable. So what we have here is a fairly big machine for Berliner. Once they went to the back mount machines, they were building those for a few years. And this is about the biggest one they built. They built two versions of this J. The earlier one had a carved case, and I did a video on that with showing it with a paper mache wood grain style horn. And that was also available for this, but this one obviously came with a nice red horn. So I'm going to bring you in and take a closer look at this machine and show you some of the details. I find this case looks a little tall and a little bit on the plain size for such a large machine. There's the reproducer. So you can see just like a Victor exhibition. And we've got this tone arm, everything just like a Victor product. The horn is a little different than Victor products because instead of being rounded, the ends of all the panels are kind of pointy. So a little bit different look than the Victor. There's the ID plate, go of this Berliner gramophone. Later, they went to a more rectangular plate like the Victor one with the dog on it. If we look at the back of the horn, we can see the Berliner decal, identical to the Victor one, except for the name on it. So this is a Berliner Model J. This is an Edison Ambrola A. It's a cylinder machine and a cabinet that's sort of reminiscent of what you'd see on a Victor cabinet model machine. The companies had moved to an internal horn as opposed to the external horn, which was kind of a pain. You could bump into it, it would fall over, it would get dusty. So this was much more like a piece of furniture than the old phonographs with the horns. And this is Edison's attempt to do that. He called it an Ambrola, like Victrola. All the Olas of that era were this kind of thing. And this one's a little rare because it's got this grill in the front that's a little more rare than usually comes with this machine. It's like a Lyric, I believe it's called. I'm going to bring you close up to look at this mechanism because it's a really good mechanism. It's basically an opera mechanism in a cabinet like this with an internal horn. So this came out in 1909, and the earliest ones, the cabinets were made by Herzog, which is a company that supplied cabinets to Edison. But within the first year, they became dissatisfied with the cabinet's construction, and so they contracted Pooley Furniture Company to start building their cabinets from, I believe it was 1910. So we'll take a little bit closer look at this machine. This is the style of cylinder machine that Edison had where the mandrel moves under the reproducer, where on the other models of machines, or most of them, the reproducer moves across the cylinder. So this was a better way of doing it. It's the style that was used on the Opera. As you can see, this mechanism looks basically the same as an Opera. You've got an oxidized reproducer. They're very hard to come by. And this lever starts and stops the machine. Oops, I don't think it's working. Yeah, it's supposed to stay playing when I put that lever down, so it needs a slight adjustment. The lighting's not so great here, so it's hard to see the ID plate. And I wish I had better lighting because you could see this decal because it's beautiful. I know, decal. I keep saying that. There's the grill. And there's a cabinet door here. And look at that, it's in such good shape. Somewhere to store your cylinders. Look at that, gold plated cylinder holders. What's really nice about this is you keep the cylinders in their boxes as opposed to having pegs. And then you lose all the boxes. It's kind of a pain, or people threw them out. But this one, the cylinders are actually kept in their boxes and held down. That's kind of a bonus. And I like how they cut the wood out here so you can take the cylinder off without hitting the edge of the cabinet. And there's a little piece that goes into that hole. So as you can see, it's a well-constructed machine. This is probably one of the best playing Edison machines he ever made. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what that thing is, that is an exceptionally rare Berliner, US, American, coin-operated gramophone. And if you haven't seen my video on that machine, check it out because that's really rare.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill guys, just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that's actually...
Yo, what's up, guys? Good to see y'all. Been a little bit. I don't know if you can hear me. My shit, you know, my shit's always
Today,
out of whack.
we got a video that I've been wanting to make for a long time now, but never really got around to doing it. We've known about this for a while. We even have a cryptid video talking about a story involving these hybrid clown creatures that had wings. But I wanted to go deeper into this topic and make a video that kind of puts it all together. No, we didn't come up with this at all. I first learned about it through the Conspiracy RS channel, but I later found another channel called Understanding Conspiracy, and I believe he's the one who came up with this theory. It's very interesting as it kind of reveals the clown world that we're living in today. It's all right in our faces, even with the celebrities and music that most of the youth listen to nowadays. It's cool to dress up as a clown, and it's as if it's a fashion thing now.
Lately. There's been some
where did this all come from, and what is the origin of the modern day clown?
Personally, and
shout out to Understanding Conspiracy.
I haven't really been around.
Go check out his videos as he breaks this down in great detail. I'm sure many of you guys will like his stuff. So with that,
I might get into that.
Let's get started. What is a clown?
We get bored or whatever.
Well, the mainstream definition would be a comic entertainer. You know, you have a clown at a birthday party for kids. I guess they're supposed to be funny, but it's not really a good connotation. That's why when someone is a joke or not to be taken seriously, we insult them by saying, "What a clown." So a clown isn't something you really want to strive for, as it's typically associated with being laughed at or humiliated, a jester or a fool, someone to be made a mockery of. But then why would anyone want to dress up as a clown? I mean, I get it, sure, for Halloween or maybe for just a party, people want to dress up as different things for fun. But I think it's much more than that, even ignoring that Halloween is a pagan holiday for contacting spirits. I think there's much more to this clown archetype than just dressing up in a comedic and exaggerated way. Clowns are associated with emphasized vulnerability, a supposed way for them to connect better with the audience. But this also connects with clown fetishes and heightened sexuality, also known as chorophilia. People get turned on by clowns, which makes no sense if they're supposed to be just creepy, exaggerated, comedic entertainment. but it would make sense if it's part of some type of negative influence.
Ah, shit, I can
Are
barely
clowns
hear it.
benevolent or demonic?
Let's
And this
see.
isn't to be all Christian either and be like, oh, stay away from that because it's demonic. No, not at all. It's literally just asking the question, what are clowns? The videos that I've seen on this topic.
Let's see what we can do here. Bear with me for a moment.
Topic come from that angle, and I thought it'd be interesting to try a different approach, looking at it from an esoteric point of view, questioning what they are and where do they come from.
Is that any better at all?
Are they connected with the metaphysical? Because it seems that it's not just comedy. They're associated with some very dark stuff. Just think of Pennywise. This is deeply ingrained in our culture. Clowns, for some reason, are traumatizing and horrifying to our psyche.
Everybody's amping up for
which explains why people have clown
big
phobias.
holiday.
But it gets
The only
deeper
holiday that really
because
matters,
it's
honestly.
insane to see how much this concept can be found in the media, our culture. And now people dress up as clowns because it's the newest trend.
Yo, Chemo, what's
They
up,
may
buddy?
not fully realize the origins of this Western idea of a clown.
We're watching
and
some
the potential for
clowns
these
right
beings
now.
to be a way to open oneself to demonic possession. The origins of the modern day clown of the West is a strange history. We can start with the Harlequin, but this is not necessarily a clown just yet. This is just the earliest insertion of a jester into theater. But what's interesting is that it specifically played the role of a demonic or mischievous magician character with supernatural abilities. During the Renaissance period, the Harlequin character began to evolve, marking a significant departure from the traditional jesters and fools that had populated European courts and festivals for centuries. Unlike these earlier figures, who primarily served to entertain and amuse with their wit and physical comedy, the Harlequin was imbued with a darker, more occult aura. The Harlequin is a central figure from Commedia dell'arte, an improvisational theater form that emerged in Italy during the 16th century and quickly spread across Europe.
That is
characterized by his vibrant psychedelic patchwork costume of diamond-shaped patterns in his mask, the Harlequin is instantly recognizable for his physical agility and acrobatics.
I have been I've been reading this recently. If you guys can see that. Yeah. So, yeah, this is I've been checking this out, and man, I tell you, some of it has been exceptional in the fact that it is so prevalent in and this was what wrote in 1942. So it's letters from Screwtape, which is like an elder demon to his nephew, who he's like basically mentoring to try to secure the soul of this guy that they just call the patient. So let's see. The part that I think is probably the most interesting. Let's see if I could find the quote. Yeah, I just been on some stuff lately, and I'm kind of enjoying, which I always am, but I've been getting a little deeper into it. I'm trying to see if it has the. But yeah, C.S. Lewis, man, what a master of the art. But the line that it's all it's all great, but it really stood out to me. It was something along the lines of the best road to hell is a gradual one. So basically, so that your uh, the the person is unaware, and basically it also talks a lot about when people are in low places, uh, demons like taking an advantage of that, especially with like sexual temptation, and it's wild. It's so good, dude. And I'm gonna be upset when it's over. But he's got so much good stuff that I've only kind of scratched the surface. But this one kind of stuck out to me, so I've been checking that one out. But we'll get back to yeah, definitely a genius for sure. We'll get back to the tubes. The clown one was kind of slow. We'll stick with it. We'll see where it goes. The one I watched about pigs the other day,
Historically,
pigs
this
and
character
humans,
served as a comic servant,
was
known for his
tripping
cunning and
me out,
cleverness,
man.
using wit and
If
mischief
you
to
guys aren't
outsmart his
familiar with
masters and
the
pursue
Mind
his
Unveiled
romantic interest,
channel, it's
typically the character Columbine.
worth your time.
Distinct from traditional jesters and clowns of earlier
For
periods,
curiosity, if
the
anything.
Harlequin brought a new dimension to the stage, combining elements of drama, comedy, and a touch of the mysterious. Harlequin was even
So what's up
initiated
with
by a
the Jet
fairy,
Neptune
making it clear
stuff?
that there's a
If
bridge
anybody wants to
between the
drop that,
worlds
I
of
have
visible
no clue
theater
what's going
and
on. I
hidden
just heard
occult
this
forces. In the
there's some
play,
weird
Harlequin's student, or
masturbating
the fall of the
sicko
pantomime,
video
with
type
the
thing going
restoration of
on
the
with some
drama,
chick or something.
published 1741. In the last section, Mercury curses Harlequin and his friends, saying, "Down, down to hell from hence you rose,"
everybody wants
which
to
would hint that the origin of Harlequin is
criticize their
demonic,
masters until they
something
have
that was once well known
a
but has
small
now been
master
forgotten.
position, and then they become their
Commedia
masters.
dell'arte was a type of theater from Italy that started in the
Maybe that's
1500s
crazy.
and lasted into the 1700s. It was
They
primarily
get that
directed to
taste
the
of
elite circles of society, from outdoor stages to the grand halls of
how
nobility.
things change.
This tradition marked a revival of theatrical arts in Europe after a period of suppression by the Church, which had deemed such public entertainment morally questionable during the decline of Rome. These troupes, known for their impromptu performances, subtly reintroduced secular theater to a society starved for entertainment, integrating through their acts elements of comedy that traced back to ancient Greek plays. Yet, beneath the surface of humor and improvisation, Commedia dell'arte carried undertones of the occult, catering to an audience that found delight in the more esoteric aspects of its performances. The actors behind their iconic Venetian masks tapped into a repertoire of characters and themes that often skirted the edge of societal norms, infusing their acts with a sense of mystery and forbidden knowledge that appealed to the taste of the elites. This character was not merely a source of laughter. It was a figure representing a type of demon that evolved from.
So that's another thing in the screw tape stuff where it talks about how laughter, it's a like a pure thing, but it can be manipulated and co-opted to be something to like basically like Rick and Morty type, like the laughter. Like it was basically more like laughter than like like humor. It was talking about how like laughter can be like not co-opt, not co-opted is not the word that I'm looking for, but it can be like um oh man, I'm struggling with this. It can be obfuscated to be like turn into something wicked, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not the best of articulating things, but
Older European legends such as the Wild Man.
I'm working on it.
The main funny character in Commedia dell'arte plays was known as Arlecchino in Italy. This character, famous for wearing a colorful patchwork costume, was also known by different names in other countries. Harlequin in Germany, Harlequin in France and England, and Harlequin in
Just like
Spain.
taking like
Each version of the character was unique,
the
but all of them
pureness
had
of
the
like
core qualities of being playful,
because there's different
acrobatic, and
types, like it breaks
mischievous.
down like different types of
Early
like
stories link
laughter
Arlecchino to nature
and
spirits and
how
deities that, over time, were seen as demonic in the Christian era. Arlecchino traces back to the legends of the Wild Man, a figure often shown as a giant carrying a club, a symbol of untamed
just
nature
because
and
you're
power.
laughing doesn't mean that it's like
One of the oldest tales tells of a French
something
monk
that should
encountering a group
be
known as
like.
the Family of Harlequin,
So there's like
described as
pure
demonic
laughter, and
forces
then
causing
there's like
chaos,
laughter that
especially
it's like
during
anything
Carnival.
that's
This
like
group,
comedy.
also
Like
called the
comedy can
Wild
be
Horde, hints
like
at
cool shit
Arlecchino's
that's like
connection to
funny,
forces of
but
nature in
it
the
can also
underworld,
be
suggesting a lineage that
um
predates even medieval Europe.
like
The name Helicans,
what the
associated
hell
with
is that
this
one
group,
show called?
eventually evolves into Arlecchino,
Um,
cementing his link to these ancient, possibly demonic origins.
the
In
cartoon
medieval
that had like the
tales,
kids
Harlequin's
masturbating and shit on
sexuality
it
is
or whatever
portrayed
it's
in a more
called.
negative light.
I don't remember what it was called. It
For
was some
example, a story by the
Bob's
Norman
Burger looking
poet
shit, but it
Corday
was on
depicts a
Netflix.
witch
And
who, on her deathbed,
basically, like it's
calls
like
upon
anything else,
Harlequin to
you
marry
know.
her.
But
Harlequin
yeah,
arrives with a host of demonic figures for the wedding, ultimately dragging the witch's soul to hell.
yeah, things
This
that
story not only emphasizes Harlequin's connection to themes
well,
of
that's the
death
whole
and the
thing
afterlife,
about like
but also portrays him as an object of dark desire. He is the
being
demon lover,
afflicted by
drawing souls
evil
into a
is
nefarious pact
it's
with the
guised
underworld, similar
as
to the myth of Hades and Persephone.
like something
The medieval
enjoyable.
French demon known as Teufel Harlequin
Yeah.
in
Anyway,
Germany traces back to Norse and Teutonic
I'm not
myths.
quite there. I'm not
This figure,
I'm not on the
associated with
roll
Hel,
yet, but
the Norse goddess
yeah.
of the underworld, symbolizes death and the afterlife. Harlequin suggests a connection to Hel and elder trees, sacred in these myths. The name evolved across cultures, Erlkönig
What
in
the
German
hell was that?
tales, Harlequin in English, and even linked to Herne the Hunter, a figure resembling the Green Man and Robin Hood in British lore. These characters are all manifestations of ancient fertility deities, with the phallus becoming the symbolic maypole featured in May Day festivities.
What
The
up,
Wild Man
Magnus?
embodies this theme of natural force and fertility, described as a giant covered in foliage, carrying an uprooted tree. Strangely, this wild man became associated with darker mythological beings and was considered demonic. Orcus, meaning wild man in the Gallo-Roman era, was a deity of the underworld, leading the dead's processions and connected to Pluto or Hades, classical lord of the underworld. This connection to death and the underworld emphasized the wild man's darker aspects. Over time, the demon Helican, also known as Hurricane, took on the role of leading the wild horde, blending the wild man's image with more explicitly demonic attributes, which eventually influenced the development of the Harlem.
I'm gonna do I just got to do the one that was freaking me out. I don't know. It wasn't freaking me out, but this one was pretty interesting. Oh yes, that's always a wonderful thing, Anthol.
As human awareness
It's good to hear,
expands,
man.
we begin asking more questions about the world around us, our past, and we begin to
Mind
consider the spiritual in
unveiled,
pursuit of exploring that
Midas.
which has been hidden from us. Questioning
Good
our
shit.
health practices is an inevitable journey as it involves our everyday lives. Whether we are aware or not, we put many unknown or misunderstood substances into our bodies on a daily basis. You would think that we would be more curious as to what we are ingesting, but old habits and convenience tend to stand in our way. Those who may find this title hard to believe are most likely still subscribed to the mainstream viewpoint of the world, or the cosmology of materialism that is so prevalent today. The general idea is that we were once cavemen, that we gradually gained a greater intelligence as time went on, and that now we are at the precipice of advanced human development. Well, of course, if you belong to the mainstream narrative, including evolution, our historical timeline in which we gradually evolved from cavemen, right? Well, of course, a video like this would be very difficult to believe, but if one could let go of all presuppositions and think about this subject in an entirely new way, then it might be possible to peek into an aspect of self that is dark and suppressed that urgently needs to be surfaced again. So, what are pigs? Well, let's see what the mainstream narrative is. The domestic pig's oldest ancestor comes from the Anatolian wild boars from 10,500 years ago. There are a variety of different breeds, of course, yet they never give a common ancestor. They love to play this game in evolution when trying to make massive leaps between species. They don't really say this, but science is actively investigating the connection between swine and primates. Interestingly, there's a lot of research on this subject specifically in
Let her
mainstream
rip,
science.
Midas.
An article called The
If
Similarities
you hold it
Between
in, you'll
Humans and
die.
Pigs on science.org
That's what I always
brings this
say.
topic up in a very strange way, if you ask me. Quote, "You're a pig." It might be a common insult, but interestingly, there are a number of similarities between humans and pigs. End quote. Quote, "A new study has revealed a potential hidden evolutionary link between pigs and primates. Genetic elements called signs, short interspersed elements, are usually considered to be junk DNA left behind by marauding viruses. However, these elements may hold additional clues about our mammalian evolutionary history. Some scientists believe that the results are convincing enough to classify the swine into a family mainly inhabited by primates. Basically, they don't know for sure, but they have found certain clues. They know there is a connection. Now, isn't that interesting? University of Illinois animal geneticist Lawrence Shook and Jonathan Beaver have created a side-by-side comparison of the human genome and the pig genome that reveals remarkable similarities. Quote, "We took the human genome, cut it into 173 puzzle pieces, and rearranged it to make a pig," end quote, said Shook. Quote, "Everything matches up perfectly. The pig is genetically very close to humans," end quote. Here are a surprising number of comparable traits that pigs have with humans. For instance, we both have hairless skin, a thick layer of subcutaneous fat, light-colored eyes, protruding noses, and heavy eyelashes. Pig skin tissue and heart valves can be used in medicine because of their compatibility with the human body. In fact, medical students often practice suturing on pigs' feet. Pigs are also being used to harvest organs to be transplanted into the human body. Just this year, pig kidneys were transplanted into a human successfully. The headline reads, "Experts predict that such non-human to human xenotransplants may become viable options within the next decade." There's a lot of research on this topic. Just type in pigs and human DNA. So, we can conclude that mainstream science is looking.
I'm not sure if I know how to fix that, pomade. Let's see. Maybe it's a volume issue. I don't know.
into this. Now, there are some scientists who have established credentials whose theories are not accepted at mainstream universities. Athens geneticist Gene McCarthy sees that today in the modern world, pigs are used to conjure filth and greed. But after years of research into the species, McCarthy sees a kindred spirit within pigs, and he has a theory called the hybrid hypothesis. As radical as it sounds, not to mention a coupling that most of the world would rather not visualize, McCarthy is also following the steps of scientists like Galileo, who risked derision to revolutionize how we understand our world and how we got here. McCarthy is offended evolutionist and creationist alike, and even had a ribald comedy sketch aired on late night TV. Now, I should mention that McCarthy still comes from a mainstream point of view of the world, but I think his theory is very interesting to consider. He
Oh,
basically says that
it will
humans
freak you out,
evolved from the
man.
original pig-chimp mating, most likely a female chimpanzee and a male pig, followed by several generations of
The one I
backcrossing.
watched
Now, I
earlier
do think
about
his work is worth checking out, as his website also goes over many types of hybrids, so he's not afraid to dive into that end,
okay.
but I think that there may be some other points to consider when we're discussing the human-pig connection. Just hear me out on this, but what if it's the other way around? Not
Maybe
that
that'll
humans
help.
evolved from pigs, but that pigs were once an ancient tribe of humans that were then
But yeah, the
transformed
one I
into
was watching
pigs for their
about
sins, or because some
microorganisms,
other enemy
man,
had decided that was
I
their
was like, oh
destiny.
my
Remember,
god,
we just discussed this with our bones
oh
video,
my
as the
god.
whole concept of
I was like,
monstrous
this is
races is
so.
referring to some
It's
type
just
of
like
ancient
the
genetic
past week
manipulation and
was like,
hybridization
I've
process.
been
Just
fucking.
think about it. All the religions
No,
that
it
ban
was
eating pork,
oh
did you
my
ever
god,
wonder
what was it
why
called?
pork? Although
Hazbin
the message
Hotel
and
is the
instructions
same
from these
thing
religious
though.
texts are quite clear in their rejections of pigs and their meat, the underlying reason for their prohibition remains unclear till this day. The main reason given is because they do not chew cud, yet it frustratingly does not explain why not chewing cud is so problematic.
What the
Now, if you
hell
don't know
was
what
it?
cud is, many animals eat their food and then it actually gets
They had big
regurgitated and comes
stupid
back out and
heads.
then
I'm
they
trying.
eat it again, but pigs do not do that.
It's right on the tip of my
Jewish
tongue.
philosopher Philo of Alexandria argued that pork was not permitted to Jews because it is the tastiest of the land animals and eating it would lead to gluttony, and the legal prohibition teaches self-restraint and
Yeah,
frugality. In
Midas.
addition, he thought animals that chew cud are permitted because as vegetarians, they befit
Um,
non-violent, gentle-mannered souls.
I keep
And
thinking
their
like blown
literal
out or
ruminating
knocked
on
out,
their
but it's
cud
not that. It's
models the
some dumbass shit
intellectual
like that
ruminating
though.
of good students who ponder the principles of knowledge taught by
Like
their
the
teacher.
fucking character has
Yeah, I don't know about
braces
all
and they
that.
got big
And there's
heads and
other
look dumb
reasons
as
that they
shit.
give.
I
Some
don't know.
say that it's because pigs were
It's
dirty or
trash. That's
because of what
probably why
they
I don't
ate,
remember it.
etc. But the message
It's
that these
fucking
religious texts are
trash.
clear. Pigs should
So
not be
I'll
eaten. And by
try not
doing
to
so,
keep shit like
you
that
are
in my
essentially
head.
tainting your soul or sinning. Let's just keep that in mind as we progress. Now, we all know Homer's Odyssey and the story of Circe. Circe, who was a sorceress and the daughter of Helios and the ocean nymph Perse, she was capable by means of drugs and incantations able to transform humans into animals. When the Greek hero Odysseus visited her island, Aia, with his companions, whom she changed into swine, Odysseus, however, was protected by the herb Molly, which was a gift from Hermes. Now, it may be called moly because it seems that this is where the term holy moly comes from. We have to keep in mind that Circe throws a feast for Odysseus's crew, which seems to be a crucial component before they can be turned into pigs. They must digest something. Once they ingested a particular substance, most likely some type of ritualized collection of symbolic ingredients that were then programmed with a particular intention, the sorceress Circe then lifts her wand and starts chanting incantations that then turn these humans into swine. Now, to me, this sounds like some
Yes,
ancient
that's what it
alchemical
is.
process. And who are we to say that some type of
Big
technology,
Mouth is
yes,
what I'm
even
thinking
magical,
of.
but it was scientific
Big
back then
Mouth.
and it was based on metaphysical
Absolute,
principles, something our modern day sciences reject completely? Or is it really just suppression? Another interesting
absolute
connection is the
warfare
first avatar
on
of
the
Vishnu was
home
a
is
boar
what
man.
that kind of
Is
shit
this
is.
another possible human pig connection? Anime is one of the biggest revealers of truth, in my opinion, and I truly feel that many of these creators of these stories have to either know some
Nico,
hidden
have you been
truths
here
on
before?
history
I'm not.
and or they're channeling and
Not sure if
connecting with
I've
some type
seen
of
you
collective spirit that is then passing along this
in
information in
this
a
chat
subconscious
before,
way.
but you are
In
welcome
Spirited
and
Away,
hello,
we have a
sir. Maybe
direct
you have
reference to this
been. Maybe
phenomena.
you, I don't know.
Also notice how this is multi-symbolic as we're dealing with spirits in the astral realm.
It's nice
Chihiro
to
is the
have
central character.
people here
She's a
chilling though.
10-year-old girl whose family is moving to a new
Great way to
house.
kick off the
She doesn't like it
weekend.
one bit. The family gets lost and finds themselves at a gate to an abandoned theme park. They enter the park. Her parents do so
Is
eagerly.
the audio a little
Chihiro
better
is
now?
reluctant. As night falls, lights begin coming on in the otherwise abandoned buildings. Wonderful aromatic food appears here and there. Her parents begin eating, though there's no one to serve them. But Chihiro refuses to eat and continues to explore. When she returns to them, they have become pigs. Later, we see that they're in a farm where here are her parents as naked sleeping pigs. Haku tells her to look at them closely so that she's able to recognize and identify them, though he says nothing about why this is so important. She goes about her chores for the day, which are arduous, dirty, and stinky. Then, that night, she dreams that she visits her parents in the pig pen. All she sees is pigs. She awakens to be given a test by Yubaba. She must examine the pigs and identify her parents. The pigs are then transformed into bath workers. Were they pigs or people the whole time? Another Miyazaki film also has a similar pig motif called Porco Rosso. The only difference is that Porco actually resembled being human, but some type of hybrid, whereas Chihiro's parents are either fully human or fully pig.
Turn on the light. Needle, please.
Land of the earth and concentrate. We know now that there must be a single purpose, a single norm, a single approach, a single entity of people, a single virtue, a single morality, a single
So
way of
true,
government, a
Midas.
single philosophy of government. We must cut off all that is different, like a cancerous growth. It is essential in this society that we not only have a norm, but that we conform
Is that
to
the
that
Twilight
norm.
Zone episode?
In an article by Wired, Robot identifies human flesh as bacon. Researchers at NEC System Technologies and MIE University have designed the cute little guy to the right, a metal man gastronomist, quote, an electromechanical sommelier capable of identifying wines, cheeses, meats, and horse de yours. Upon being given a sample, he will speak up in a childlike voice and identify what he had just been fed. The idea is that wineries can tell if a wine is authentic without even opening the bottle, amongst other more obscure uses, like, quote, tell me what this strange grayish lump at the back of my freezer was. But when some smart aleck reporter placed his hand in the robot's omnivorous clanking jaw, he was identified as bacon. A cameraman then tried and was identified as prosciutto. So there's this article that actually covers reviews of human flesh by real cannibals, and they all seem to think it tasted like pig or long pig. Author Shawcross went to prison for murder, but after serving 15 years, he was released and then started doing it again and ended up right back in prison. He described his gruesome murders, which I'm not going to go into here, but listen to this. Quote, in correspondence with writer Christopher Berry D., Shawcross reiterated that human flesh tastes like pork, suggesting that people should think of that the next time they sit down to ham, bacon, or a juicy pork chop. End quote. Think about how many people are in love with bacon. I really wonder if they knew this information, would they be able to truly enjoy it?
Bacon,
Also, this term
baby.
long pig refers to an ancient term for human flesh that was eaten by cannibals. Early explorers and missionaries who contacted cannibal Pacific Islanders were told that human flesh tasted similar to pork, thus the term long pig. According to Google's Ngram viewer, the popularity of the phrase long
I
pig was
wish I could
greatest from
take that back,
1880s to
man. Oh my
1920s, a
god.
time when many Pacific Islanders were first contacted and studied.
Yeah, we're
The
pretty
term is
much
rarely
we're
used
living
now,
in Planet
except in
Retard.
historic
What are they
context.
even talking
Here are
about?
some examples that made it to mainstream news sites.
Yeah, Planet
Quote,
Retard is
thus in Melanesia,
it's
a
alive and
human
well.
prepared for consumption
It's
was
all
referred
around you.
to
Just
as
take a look.
long pig, end quote, the Japan Times. I also found it interesting that this idea of cannibalism is promoted culturally, as with the case of Issei Sagawa, who literally became a celebrity in Japan after becoming free and writing a book on it. Now that we've made the connection between pigs and humans, we need to look into this idea of cannibalism as we see mentioned with almost every early civilization.
defile
But
your
it
gift
is
of
very interesting,
life
as
in
if you've
any
seen our
way
older videos,
imaginable and be
especially with Tartary
susceptible to
Explained Part
any
3, where we went over the bald-headed
rape
giants who were
that
cannibals.
the wicked
Now, there are many
masters
theories as to
of the
what is going
universe
on, such
inflict
as
upon
that this
you.
is just a cover-up in order to frame certain
Yeah, so I'd say
civilizations in these
Planet
areas
Retard
as
is
savages, justifying the Jesuits
pretty
coming in and
kicking.
conquering them. Or
Show off some
if these are
78s.
depictions
I
of the
can do
remnants of a
that. Like, I
great
can do
civilization
that.
that went through
That's
some
usually
great
what I do.
cataclysm
I've
that
just
then
been, man,
resulted
I've been
in
laying so
cannibalism in
low.
order to survive.
I've
In
been
order
doing
to
a
get
lot
into
of
all this, we have to
things
understand who made these
off
engravings,
internet
because
and
all the
on
first
the
depictions
internet,
of the
but
New World basically come from one historical figure known as Theodore de Bry. I'm sure almost all of you
show
have
off
seen his
some
work. It's
78s.
very
Like, do you want to
interesting because
listen to
even though
them,
he may
or
have been
do you just
working
want
for
me
the
to show
hijackers,
them to
he may have
you? Or
disagreed and actually was forced to do these things because of his knowledge of creating detailed copper engravings.
I do have
Notice how de Bry
some
is depicted with the
78s,
Freemason
just a
compass
few
and skull,
maybe.
showing his allegiance, but at the same time, he was a Calvinist, and they were directly opposed to the Catholics on a few key religious points. Now, someone posted on the Discord some really crazy stuff that I found
Wow.
very intriguing, and it's this idea of human
It's
meat
kind of a loaded
markets.
question.
As you all know, many of these engravings depict cannibalism.
Man.
As I was saying, it could have been propaganda to portray these civilizations
Well,
as
I mean, when
primitive,
you eat a
but I did find
turkey,
it interesting
like when
that
you're eating
perhaps,
turkey at
let's just say there was
Thanksgiving,
a cataclysm and these advanced
what do
civilizations did
people
become cannibals,
mostly
as we hear with many
think tastes
legends of
better,
giants
and
in
what
Native America.
is just
Then
kind of,
another aspect to consider is that the Spanish had human meat markets in which they would sell human flesh to the Native Americans. The natives during this time would buy meats with
see, there's this
artifacts
kind of
and
meat and
jewelry.
this kind of meat
Now,
on a
where
turkey.
did they get this stuff?
I guess that probably answers your
And if you guys
question.
remember
I
the
don't want to
video we
get
did on
too,
Norm Vega, it's the part 2 video, we covered
I don't know.
Ingram's account of these cannibals, and he described them as living in abandoned temples, and they had all sorts of gold and pearls. At least,
What
this is what is
race tastes
described,
the
as
what
during
kind
these
of this is
times,
a
there were
fucking
many
fucked
who
up
viewed Spain in a
question.
negative light,
Oh
possibly
man.
due towards its domination by the Jesuits. And during this period, the black legend reigned prominent. Of course, all these
You got to get that
accusations are considered to be nothing
tenderloin.
but conjecture by mainstream scholars.
R. Crumb
Yet, if you think about it, that really
made
makes a lot of
a
sense, because after a
made a
cataclysm,
comic
you'd be
back in the
starving.
day about.
They most likely
I don't know if I can
survived by
show
going
that on here.
underground, so they didn't have much to eat. The Spanish or Jesuit Phoenician funded corporation at this time most
Let's see
likely
if I can.
knew that these peoples were the
I don't know
survivors
if I'll
of a
get in trouble for
cataclysm
that,
and
but
were
we're gonna.
advanced in the recent past. There's even evidence to suggest that these cataclysms were brought about
So this is a Robert Crumb comic that I came across. I was really into Art Crumb, which I really enjoy. He's a bit of a perverted freak, which I mean I like and I hate about him. I don't want to say I hate it. I like and I kind of but he's a very interesting guy. So there's that. He has some pretty interesting art. I don't know what you think about that, but no matter how you feel about it, that is pretty wild stuff right there. Um, so yeah, I always thought that was kind of funny. Some people might not think that's funny, but I do. So whatever, hate me for it, don't care. Uh, so let's see. We had the.
This is a subject that I haven't seen much info on. Is it possible that there's a link between demonic entities and the negative parasitic beings that live in our bodies? There's some really intriguing connections that we think deserve to be explored. Many of you, even those who actually like this channel, will likely be dismissive of this information or label this as pseudoscience.
Damn, man.
Truly curious and ambitious,
Everybody
though,
turning out,
will
dude.
undoubtedly see
That's
the
so
value in the
fucking
message
awesome,
and
man.
personal
That's good to
stories
see you
shared with this
guys
presentation.
popping in.
When we talk about demons, what are
Things
we
getting
talking
real
about?
wild for me lately.
Evil spiritual entities?
That's good
Or
to
are they
be
just
here.
a figment of our imagination? Well, I would say they are very real, and not
I was
only are
gonna
they
show
spiritual
off
beings,
the
but they can
78s, but
manifest into
maybe
this world
the
in
art
many ways,
crumb
and one of those
imagery
ways is through
scared
parasitic
off the-
organisms. Let's start with, what are the common symptoms of demon possession?
With you know,
1.
hey.
They have the
Oh,
power
back
to
at you
influence
guys
your
too,
mind
man.
and to fill it with destructive
Y'all have
thoughts.
been there
2.
for me through some
They
crazy
can have an
shit and
influence on the
continue
dream
to do
realm,
so.
manifesting
We're
as shadow
all
beings during sleep paralysis.
Sneeding it up.
3. Possession
We're
usually
laughing
involves
at the
becoming
fucking
sick and
crazy
constantly
ass world
tired.
that we're in.
4. Your spiritual powers and ambition begin to
We're all
diminish.
just trying to get.
5.
We're all in this
Over
prison
extreme
together.
sexual desires that can
One of
never
my
be fulfilled.
I just keep doing this,
6.
man. One of
Material
my
and
favorite.
egotistical.
I got one for you guys. What the fuck? Here we go. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about this? This is probably one of my favorite. One of my favorite image, like this, the image. That's like this is genius. Like this blows my mind. That's obviously it's Far Side, but you know they say a picture is worth 1,000 words or whatever the fuck that saying is. This is a prime example. What does that say to you guys? So it's got it's got the two devils and the guy with the wheel. This reminds me a lot of the Charles World Peace. How about I'm doing none of them? 10 years, 10,000 years. Nope. No way. Bye. And it says, we're just not reaching that guy. He's in hell. He's having a good time even though he's in hell. He's laughing. He's having a good time. He's being tortured every day, in and out. He's still trying to have a good time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that image has stuck with me. It's very prevalent. You got to be this guy. You got to be this guy. Either way. Maybe he's in hell because he's born into a hell that he doesn't understand, that most people don't recognize. Maybe it's not hell, maybe it's I would say yes. Yeah. I mean, do I know? I don't know. I do know for sure. Well, let's see. How can I? There's good and evil. That's irrefutable. That's you. If you don't believe that, then you might as well just go fucking backflip into a volcano. There's good and evil, and that's all that. I believe you have a soul. I believe there's good and evil. I believe there are evil forces that are trying to destroy good in this world. I don't know if that's alien. I don't know if that's God. I don't know if that's freaks. I don't know. But there is righteousness, and there is good, and there is goodwill towards men, and there is prayer, and there are pure things in this world, and there are wicked things in this world, and I guess you have to make your own judgment upon those. I would say Christianity is a very solid foundation for any belief system, whether you want to be I don't know. What I don't like is all the bickering between different religions, but if there's no ultimate creator, then an interest in evil manifests itself in many different ways that will lead you astray, whether it be manipulation, vulnerability, or like you said, it can just be like you said, fetishistic, like you crave destruction and pain and suffering or chaos and drama, and you crave instant gratification rather than diligence and uh, like I said, sometimes I have a hard time articulating this stuff, but if it, evil is okay, so sins, whether it be sins of the flesh or like I said, I've been thinking about this shit a lot lately, which is kind of crazy, but it's I guess fake. Is it not fake, but it's misguidance because you have the pleasure now, you have indulgence and pleasure, and then there's stuff that's just like straight up like wicked, like like people that like to fucking like people that like beat their pets or their kids, and like where does that, I don't know where that comes from. Like I don't know how you could, I don't know how you could like it's like people that like abuse their kids. It's like you've been given the ultimate gift that like a human being, like the ultimate achievement of like having children and like raising them, and you like I don't understand like people that fucking hmm. Well, that's true to a certain degree, Pomod, the bickering thing you were talking about. But I'm just talking about like the different religions. Like, I'm not, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that like if you're not Christian, you're evil, like, or you're, it's like whatever. I mean, I just, I'm trying to understand things the way that I understand. I'm not a fucking expert. I'm not a prophet. I'm not um, yeah, well, that's true. That's true. The heaven and hell, like there is there is heavenly things on earth and there are hellish things on earth, and it seems like the hellish things on earth are and have been for centuries trying to, and that's what they're made to do. They're made to obfuscate, misguide, trick, tempt, and lure you into evil ways, to sinful ways, to hedonistic ways, to ways that drag you down to destroy your potential of what you could possibly be and make you consumed with agony and uh, just suffering. It's like Charles says, it's a force that wants to make you suffer like it suffers, or like it feeds off of wickedness and suffering that is inflicted upon humans to make make you who has the potential that you can't even comprehend and suck you into a never-ending cycle of torture that you are willingly torturing your own soul, is basically what I'm saying. But yeah, and like I don't know. I don't want to get too into the politics things, but politics, I'll just say, don't worship false idols. Don't worship false idols. And the people that worship, I don't want to say worship, but it basically is worshiping. The people that they go, oh, we're gonna save the world. The world's gonna be better. Wrong. It's never gonna change. It's already set. The plans are already set further than people can comprehend. You have these people walking around. Well, these are the people. Wrong. Okay, yeah, maybe they're more. I understand why people feel that way, and I have felt that way in my life. I have felt that way. I have done that, but those people would shoot you in the back of the head if it fucking benefited them. They would cut your fucking so yeah, I don't know. People that pull the strings in the world, no matter what team they're on, they would throw your firstborn into a wood chipper if it gave them more power. Regardless, that's just my opinion. Maybe that's unpopular. And I don't know. When you get to the bigger picture beyond this and that, and oh well, all they want is infighting. Free will is the craziest thing. Me and my coworker were talking about free will is the craziest thing. That's why I mean, I don't know. And most people think they have free will, but they don't allow themselves to, or free thought for that matter. Well, that's the good and evil thing, Midas. I mean, none of us are perfect. I mean, none of us are perfect. But any any step in the right direction is a step in the right direction, no matter how small. That's why people. That's where people get. They think that it's hopeless, it's insignificant, and they give up, and then they become a force that is destroying. Uh, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Enlightenment. I guess you become a force against enlightenment, and you become a apathetic, nihilistic uh, puppet. I guess. Hmm. countries where people are born into abuse and slavery. Oh, they never say that. Never say that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, I mean, you think that, but the whole fucking you're in a prison. That's for sure. Yeah, they fought and won for what? More power, more. You go back through the history books, which who knows if they're even true, and you look at, oh well, we did this and okay, it's like the same thing like with what I was just talking about, like the whole the great savior of politics that has come around lately. Is that win if he is that winning, or is it just a ruse to office to make you think that you're winning, just to be slow walked further down the line and the flag the goalpost be shifted once more? uh Things are only, I don't know, I don't want to say evil can never win if you don't let evil win in your heart and your soul and your mind. And that's what you have to tell yourself. And the more people that feel that way and think that way, and it doesn't matter, it's all internal. And it's something that it's a spiritual war, and it's fought from yourself, your family, your friends. And if people can realize that the thing is that evil, the your biggest weapon against evil is mocking it and laughing at it and acting like it doesn't exist, and finding righteousness and spiritual cleansing and discovering things, like just decalcifying your soul, and just that's your biggest weapon. It's not getting on, typing, arguing with people. Arguing with people is fucking useless. You're not going to change anybody. You can try to talk to somebody, point them in the right direction, but it's something they have to realize on their own. And these people, there's nothing you can tell them. You might as well go out and scream at the stars. I don't know. Yeah, wouldn't that be wonderful? So well, that's never going to happen. It sound I wouldn't do that even if I could, honestly. It's not it's not my choice to make. It's not my decision to make. That's like the militia. You want to rally up guns and we're we're the fucking I'm gonna I got fucking okay, protect yourself, fine, and I'm I'm into some crazy stuff, the Mike Ma, the Shazam Watkins. I agree with this stuff, and it's it's an interesting thought process, but it's not my position. And that's not me being apathetic. That's not me being nihilistic or not caring. I care about it enough to make me fucking half bald and restless constantly. But You know, you want to go out and murder these people or fucking have military fucking what's that gonna what does that and I'm not I'm not arguing. I'm not trying to tell anybody they're wrong. This is just my thought process is you round up all the people you think are evil and the people that you think are. Yeah, believe me, I would. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, it's not. I understand why. Believe me, I understand why, but it's not my choice. It's not my decision to make. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Oh yeah, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. Um, I see. I'm a bit of a peaceful guy, but I do have those thoughts. It's impossible not to. Oh, I totally agree, Pomon. I mean, I try not to be tortured. I try not to be, as one said, Mr. Lightning Rod, Mr. Death Machine. But um, to the other point that you made, the ancient text, yeah, that's. I haven't dabbled deep in that, but I do respect it, and I'm always open. That's the thing. I'm here to learn. I don't fucking know jack shit. I'm just talking. You know. I am not an expert. I am not a philosopher. I am not a fucking prophet. I'm not a preacher. I'm just a fucking goofy ass construction worker that likes to hang out with his buddies online and talk shit, socialize, you know. Yeah, that wickedness against animals kill. I don't know. Like that's a whole. Like I could talk about that forever. But raising animals and eating them, you're still doing something that is. I don't know. I don't know if that's. I don't know what to think about that. But especially the way that it's done in the meat farming and the slaughterhouses and the if you don't look at that and feel bad, if you don't look at you know a slaughterhouse for chickens or whatever animal, the way that they do that, if you don't feel something about that, then I don't know what to tell you. You got you maybe should look at it again. And I eat meat. I mean, but you know, I try to do the local stuff, as local as you know, most of the time I try to do and as respectful as way as I can. But you look at these the conditions and the way it's like a life is a life, but we're not going to get it too into that. But maybe we could lighten up and get into some lighter stuff here. How about that? How about we chill for a bit and we get into some more chill Yeah, Puma. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Puma. That is very true. Also, Hoganable. That's a very good point. Yeah, well, I really do. I really do enjoy this type of. But I think it's time for an intermission. I do. Believe me, this is my type of shit. And some, like I said, I'm not used to this type of stream, and but I do, in my mind, in my soul, this is constant, constant, nonstop, going through my head, all this kind of stuff. But it's great to have discussion and get this stuff out there and keep stuff like that in the forefront of your mind, and uh, you know all that stuff. So true, Midas. So true.
It's so disturbing.
There's a better one than this one. Okay. Yeah, it's this one. Watch this.
Genexa has the same effective medicine as leading brands, made with good, clean ingredients.
This is the one I seen, dude. I was dead, dude. I was dying.
What is your message to Western human rights groups, to President Obama,
Respect,
to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people?
Respect African societies and their values. If you don't agree, you just keep quiet. Let's manage our society the way we see. If we are wrong, we shall find out by ourselves. Just the way we don't interfere with yours.
Do you personally dislike homosexuals?
Of course, they are disgusting. What sort of people are they? How can you go? I never knew what they were doing. That's how I've been told recently that what they do is terrible, disgusting. But I was ready to ignore that if there was proof that that's how he's born, abnormal. But now the proof is not there. Disgusting. Disgusting. Recently that what they do is terrible, disgusting. But I was ready to ignore that. What sort of people are they? How can you go? I never.
False.
Of course, they are disgusting.
False.
Of course, they are disgusting. What sort of people are they? How can you go? I never knew what they were doing. That's how I've been told recently that what they do is terrible, disgusting. But I was ready to ignore that if there was proof that that's how he's born, abnormal. But now the proof is not there.
Get her. Is she in there? Packing it in.
No. That's not what we want. Who's that guy? I gotta hit the restroom real quick.
The world ain't perfect, still ain't no reason that we waking up to murder, yeah. And if the world ain't learning, I pray to Mother Nature hoping she ain't hurting, yeah. And if the world's still turning, I tell the people why would you be concerned with, yeah. And if the world starts burning, maybe the tears of our children will cure it, yeah. And if the world's still turning, I tell the people watch what you be concerned with, yeah. And if the world starts burning, maybe the tears of our children will cure it, yeah.
You being grumpy, boy?
You
You being grumpy?
Pray to Mother Nature hoping she ain't hurting, yeah. And if the world's still turning, I tell the people watch what you be concerned with, yeah. And if the world starts burning, maybe the tears of our children will cure it.
Say hi. Say hi. Say what's up, boys. Say snort.
And if the world's still turning, I tell the people watch what you be concerned with, yeah. And if the world starts burning, maybe the tears of our children will cure it, yeah.
We chilling. We're chilling anyway. We chilling, Sticky.
World ain't perfect, still ain't no reason that we waking up to murder, yeah. And if the world ain't learning, I pray to Mother Nature hoping she ain't hurting, yeah. And if the world's still turning, I tell the people watch what you be concerned with, yeah. And if the world starts burning, maybe the tears of our children will cure it.
Say hi. Say hi to the snotters. Hmm? Yeah? Being stinky? Being a turd? Is that what you're good at? Say hi. Say hi in the microphone. Say hey, boys. Why don't you make noise over here? Because you're a turd. I'm just going to sniff. All right. Let's get you back to your cage, Stinky. Or your pen. You don't have a cage. You have a playpen. A big old place to run around and play in. All right, let's get you back upstairs, Stinky. All right, there you go. Oh, my Lord, pimp. Oh, my Lord, pimp. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was Nugget. That's the last pig that we got. We've had quite a few over the years, but he's we haven't gotten another one. He's one of the last ones, so I don't know if he'll be the last one ever, but whatever. He's a good boy. He's a turd. Either way. So, yeah, I don't know if all of y'all were here earlier, but I'd kind of made a life choice to where I decided I'm not going to drink alcohol throughout the week, which I did successfully this week. This is beer number 3, which I'm going to try not to get too crazy. But it's just kind of something that I kind of had a realization that I needed to chill on the, as our good friend Eggy, he goes through these things, but I'm going to stick to it. I felt great throughout the week, especially what I do. I got to get up at like fucking 3-4 o'clock in the morning, usually drive an hour or so to work, do crazy construction shit for 8 hours, and then, but I feel like, I'm still, like I said, for the weekends, I'm going to cut loose. That's why I decided, I was like, man, I'm going to hop on stream, have a couple brews, chill with the boys, hopefully, and y'all turned out, and that's fucking awesome. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Like I said, I don't know if y'all caught the beginning of the stream. I kind of dabbled into the stuff that's going on, but basically, I'm trying to level up, be better, and chill, focus on myself and all that good shit. Yeah, maybe I'll get into that in another stream in the future, but long story short, I just decided it's time to better myself and fucking focus more on important shit, and yeah, not let things consume me, so to speak. So yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I said, I don't want to get too into it, but it's one of those things where it's normal. Like you get used to it, coming home, cracking beers, and then it gets to a point where you're drinking every day, and it's probably not a good thing. So, yeah. So I do think I'm gonna probably hit dispensary this evening, even though, like I said, I'll take with the smoke. It's like I'm such a lightweight now. It's like 1-2 hits, and I'm like holy shit, dog. But I'm just, I'm getting up. I'm getting a little long in the tooth to be partying on weekdays. So it's gonna make me feel better. It's gonna make me think clear. It's gonna make me have more energy, which it already has this week. So, but it's time to chill with the boys. I'm having a other half double green dots, double IPA. I know the IPAs get a lot of hate, but they're fucking good. I don't care what anybody says. Oh shit, you're working, Pomon? Damn, well, fucking especially thank you for stopping in on the stream, bro. Like, that's fucking dope. I appreciate it, man. I feel like it's been a different kind of stream today. It's been a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I think it's gone pretty well. The gang's all here pretty much, so that's fucking awesome. I was like, man, I'm gonna get on and nobody's gonna pop in, and I'm just gonna be like, fuck, man. But here we are, man, and I will say, man, I got nothing but love for you guys, man. Like I know it's a small community, and I'm a bit of a weirdo. We all are. We are all, gifted individuals. But that's a beautiful thing, and don't take that for granted. Like it's a blessing for us to be here together. I don't know. If you don't think so, then leave. But for real, it really is a blessing for the internet to connect folks such as us to gather and exchange ideas and passions and music and interest, art, video games. It's kind of wild how you can have people that are such good friends that are so far away. Like, I don't know, it's kind of wild. That's like the beauty of like the internet. There's a lot of evil. I'd say like 80% of technology is pretty evil, but there is that small fraction that is a blessing in a way. So cheers to that, tubes. This is my drink combo. It's other half with other half. IPAs are, once you get a taste for them and you know what to look for, they are quite scrumptious. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I was getting at earlier. It's like, we don't. If we didn't disagree with each other, there wouldn't be any. Not disagree, but if we didn't have to take a step back and consider, and that's the difference. It's not like, oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. It's like we could be like, okay, well, this person said that. Well, maybe I should think about that or consider that. And well, that's how you learn and that's how you grow. If you're in a fucking box, like it's like the magapeds, and I'm fucking I'm as conservative as as anybody else, but when you have this box mindset of, oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, I'm right, fuck you, I'm right. It's like you're a fucking retard, because you have to be open to. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be open to, like, if you got kids in school, like like furries shitting in a cat box or what, obviously there's exceptions, but you should be open to, like, the sphere of ideas and discussion, especially when it comes to, like, spiritual, theological, uh, philosophy, conspiracy, all that shit. Like, we wouldn't be where we're at if we were closed-minded motherfuckers. Like, I'll just put it to you that way. If we were closed-minded, we'd be over on like Mark Dice's, like, chat, like, sucking each other's dick off. Like, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, hell yeah, fucking. Or we'd be watching Ben Shapiro, like, oh, just fucking, or I don't know. We're different, and I like that it's small. I like that we have a group of people that, like, it feels like it's almost like it's like Cheers, like, you know what I'm saying, where everybody knows your name. We come, we hang out, we socialize, we exchange shit, and it's chill as fuck, man. Like, I wouldn't have it any other fucking way, man. Like, and I don't even know. Like, it's so crazy because, like, fucking, like, I don't, like, it just, like, it stemmed from, like, Eggy. Like we're like, I don't even know how the fuck, like, because we were, like, chatting and shit. Like, everybody's chatting and shit, and, like, I think me and we're like, yo, Pomod was, like, streaming and shit. Like, let's check that shit out. And it's like, it became, like, this thing of, like, yo, dude, like, and Scro, like, all y'all, dude, like, I'm getting in the feels right now, boys. Let me tell you something. I love y'all, boys. I just want you to know. I want you to come here and just give me a big old fucking hug, all of y'all. Like, I don't know, and it's like we're all crazy as shit, bro. Well, not like crazy, but, like, we're all, like, so unique, and that's, like, what makes it fucking badass, dude. Like, before we fucking die, we have to fucking all get together somewhere, dude. I don't give a shit if it's a vacation or fucking, bro. It has to fucking happen. It will happen. Like, I'm telling you. But either way, I don't want to get too, like, but either way, thankful, and it's I hope y'all are amping up for Christmas, man. I hope y'all are getting in the Christmas spirit. Fucking goodwill towards men, you know. It's a good time of year. It sucks ass because it's cold as fuck, but yeah. Goddamn, sorry, I'm really behind on chat here. Kind of went on a little rant there. I will always love you. For real, man. My guinea pig started making noises when I did that. You sing it too, buddy? Oh, that's funny as shit. There are very few. There are femoids that are worth goodwill towards. Not many. I will say, not many. But there are some. Most of them need a good whacking. But yeah, hell yeah, man. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, man, this is what I'm talking about. This chat is wonderful right now. I love it. I love seeing this from my brothers. I love it. Oh, hell yeah, Screw. Oh, man. Yeah, that was like short-lived, but like Roots, like that's kind of like Roots for like the Palace, I feel like, which the last episode of the Palace was insane, dude. Oh, those guys, they get on one. They have a good time. But yeah. Either way, let's get into some more fun shit. I feel like I'll probably be on for maybe another half hour or so. I got some things to do, but it's long sleeve season. I had to bust out one of my favorites. I had to bust out one. Can we agree on that? Is that crazy? I think Elon Musk is evil. Does anybody disagree with that? Yeah, the election coverage was hilarious. Hopefully my stream didn't just fuck up, because thank you, Scroat. I have several. I think Elon Musk is a fraud and a freak. Does anybody agree with that? Oh, well, that's good to know. Yeah. Yeah, he tries to fucking, yeah. He's he's basically like Bill Gates trying to be cool. And I think he's a total F-got shadow demon freak. But either way. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, absolutely, Anthol. Yeah, he's let's laugh at this real quick. And just remember, these people are your friends. These are the people that you're rooting for. Not you necessarily, but the people, the Republican conservative people. Which I said, my values are very conservative in the origin of the sense. But let's see what we have going on here. What are these freaks talking about? Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's a busted up old fucking hoe. A naughty list and a nice list for a lawmaker. Look at this guy. Don't you trust that face? Don't you trust that? Look at this guy. Look at him. He's normal. Look, he's got a cup of Joe. You got a cup of Joe. He's like you. He's a conservative. He's a Republican. Look at him. I'm all for cutting the bullshit out, but look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh man, look at that picture. Look at these guys, man. They're fucking cool. And trust me, I have a Make America Great Again hat. I had it in 2017. I have I also have it's a red hat with the American flag with a Pepe pin and a Wojak pin upstairs. I mean, I was on the front lines back in the day, but the older I get and the more I see stuff like this, it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. It's so funny. News. What's in the news? It's like Jerry Springer. The news is like Jerry Springer to me. We got another shooting. Wow. Big surprise. It's all toil and terror and agony. Hey, here's the news. A baby got its head caved in by a sledgehammer by a white man. Anyway, that's enough of the news. What's up, Cheyenne? Yeah, exactly, Anthol. It's all the long play. It's all the long play. You can be on the right team and you're still on the wrong team. I'll put it to you that way. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter what team you're on. You're still in torture jail. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to bring anybody down. I'm not trying to be Mr. Black Pill. That's the last thing I want, actually. I want people to, either way. King Midas, I know that guy. Shout out to Midas.
$5 cleaning windows at the gas station. Took 4 Franklins for a minute of my conversation. They certain that my murder's coming final destination. I'd encourage you reconsider that calculation. Cause my artillery is more lethal than Hillary. The way I move mountains, once the smoke clear, I stand as a victor, clear to see. Charges come and go, they running off like heated grease. He police, then I switch my circle up geometry. Solemnly, I pay my due respects at nighttime. Checking early and catch a nap before my flight rocks. Just met girly, she already in my top pop. Brew like surly, artisanal when I pop rhymes. Careful cause them roaches scatter when the light shines. Turn to 6'9", point you out and then they drop dimes. Had to cut ties with Smokey the Bear, cause I took one breath and made the Amazon disappear. My bitch slim thick, I'm Rick Ross with a pair. Only trying to get rich so I can buy some new hair. Like Tory Lanez, my beef mixed with foreign affairs.
Fair enough, we might as well go out with a bang with a few memories. Wrap it up with a bow on top for the next time. I know, Frobos needs to go down. Things have been crazy for me, so it's coming. I promise you it's coming. Something like Will Smooth, I only spit things have just been crazy. Right? You can see I got real proof. The shit it's coming. Down like 99-cent juice. I have ways to contact Scroat now. Had to make it through some storms, ain't even have ponchos. Had to elevate my form. It's a new year. It's Big E double. Fuck you think I do here?
That's some light. Some slight.
Seriously though. The fuck is this shit?
Confirmed 10 dead, reports of 13 dead, reports of up to 20 wounded in what was supposed to be a weapons-free zone. The shooter was 20 years old, named Tony Reynolds. We believe that he was white.
It ain't even been warm yet.
Nobody losing all of my sanity. I'm feeling something with raise my humanity. No one time for talking, let my actions speak. Breaking news on your TV, you know that's me. The sickness in this world made me colder. Into a soldier. When it's not for what I still keep my composure. I'll show it till I don't see no motion. You never feel shit. I lost all my emotion. Don't need a motive. I just like the panic.
First Joker was pretty good, man. Like, it had some fucking lame points in it. Like, overall, like, I went and seen it, and it was dope. And that new shit, I'd rather put my balls in a vice than watch that horse shit. Lady Gaga, fuck off, dude. You might as well call it fucking demonic horror brainwashing film, like.
Psychological warfare and MK Ultra victim.
Like, that was
self-diagnosed with some terminal illness. I'm just a whipping everybody that do not feel this. Oh shit, get somebody, please go to the kill switch. No brakes on this train, so we're going all in.
They think the people that enjoyed this one are gonna enjoy the second one. That's fucking stupid. The new one is for normie losers that think they're like, I don't know. You already know.
Shut your fucking mouth, don't you lie to me. I know we're going straight to hell in this society. Break down total war anarchy. Every single day there's another killing spree. Shut your fucking mouth, don't you lie to me. I know we're going straight to hell in this society.
All right, everybody, let's show them how we do it here in Tucson, Arizona. Please welcome, all the way from Kazakhstan, they are Barot and his Cowboy Astana Band. Give them a nice round of hoop, holler, and applause.
This is a song called "Nie mogę zrobić domofon." It's been in my country, there is a problem. In my country there is problem.
There's a problem.
And the problem is transport. It takes very, very long.
There's a problem.
Because Kazakhstan is big. Throw transport down the well. Come on! So my country can be free. So my country can be free. We must make travel easy. Then we have a big party. In my country there is problem. And that problem is the Jew. They take everybody's money. They never give it back. horns. Then we have a big party. If you see the Jew coming, you must be careful of his teeth. You must grab him by his money. And I tell you what to do. Everybody, throw the Jew down the well, so my country can be free. You must grab him by his horns. Then we have a big party. Throw the Jew down the well, so my country can be free. You must grab him by his horns. Then we have a big party. Thank you.
It's funny. As funny as that is, and as true as that may be in certain circumstances, that is there are way bigger problems than that. Yeah, that is classic. It is so funny, and it is true. But I don't want to say I want to say that on the record that it's true. But that is funny for a reason, but the problem is far beyond that. Which most of you probably all already know, but I just want to put that out there. Here's some very young Billy Strings. Check this shit out. This will blow your mind.
That's the train. Train.
I didn't know you read stuff like that,
Hey,
Scrope.
play that Ione tune you wrote. Not the one you played earlier.
Billy's a beast, dude.
Latest one.
He plays the fucking guitar like a banjo almost. Like he just shreds. Like
it sounded fucking great to me.
This is like, he looks like a fucking child.
Oh, that's why I did that?
Yeah.
Like dude, he rips this shit. Right?
Play the latest one you wrote. That latest one you wrote.
He's a beast, and like if you like him, check out some like.
I ain't slept in 7 days. I ain't eaten 3. This methamphetamine has got a damn good hold of me. My sweeter friends have got me to the point of no return. I just take my lighter to the bulb and watch it burn. This life of sin, it's got me in. Lord, it's got me back in prison once again. I use my only phone call to contact my daddy. I got 20 long years for some dust in a bag.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Well, if I would have listened to my dear old mom and dad, I wouldn't be locked up in prison, troubled in the head. I took my little pipe and sing until my mind was spun. Now I got 20 years to sit and think of what I've done. This life of sin, got me in. Prison once again. I use my only phone call to contact my daddy.
Fine. Yeah.
Sometimes I sit and wonder where my little life went wrong. These old jailhouse blues have got me singing this here song. My life is a disaster. I feel so ashamed. Been here where they call me by a number, not a name. This life of sin, it's got me in. Lord, it's got me back in prison once again. it's got me in. Lord, it's got me back in prison once again. I use my only phone call to contact my daddy. Got 20 long years for some dust in a baggie. I use my only phone call to contact my daddy. Got 20 long years for some dust in a baggie.
All right, I got possibly two videos. I'm gonna hop on, but I hope y'all enjoy. Peace. Yeah, blisters on his fingers. Yeah. How do you even do that? How do you? This right here, this performance. Just watch. It's otherworldly.
Through the turmoil in the tinfoil, I could wait my early light. I could see in the darkness, and I'm running through the night. I recall a silver morning.
Hell yeah.
When your face had turned to gray.
Are you going to an event or a show or something, Screw?
But I missed you every day. Though you never said you're sorry, I forgive you even then. But I feel inconsequential in the current state I'm in.
Damn, protect your soul while you're there. I hope you have fun though. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, take videos and take pictures, man.
And I'll try to keep on digging. Wretched past I went into. Though you never said you're sorry, I forgive you even then. But I feel inconsequential in the current state I'm in.
Oh, this one again. This video is crazy. Nice. Ooh, yeah. We'll make it happen, buddy. We will. A real picture, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh. Piggers unite.
Through the turmoil in the tinfoil, it's just the way it used to be. But I have the strength and I will learn how to find broken wheel. Though you never said you're sorry, I forgive you even then. But I feel inconsequential in the current state I.
Progressive makes it easy to see if you can save money with a commercial auto quote online, so you can get back to your monster to-do list.
Super helpful.
See if you can save money at progressivecommercial.com.
Thank you.
That's so quirky. That was so quirky. That was so funny. My ribs are splitting in half. That was so funny. We're winding down here. We got a couple more, and maybe I will play before we check out. It has been a quite wonderful stream, I will say. Anybody that is here or tuned in, thank you so much. Bless you guys, man. Seriously, God bless you guys. It's a cool little community, and I'm grateful to be here. I hope you guys are too. And we're gonna keep snodding on till the snod ain't snodding no more. And we're gonna sneed to the sneeds all over the sneeding planet, in one way or another. Either way. Yeah, pro bros may take a while. It will come to fruition. It will. I would like to hop on the Sneedcast, but I can't do the Discord, man. Just can't. I don't know what we can do, man. It doesn't matter. Like it's not like bothering me. I know Cheyenne has Discord. Maybe I can hop on that one day and we can get together. I don't know. We'll see. For now, we'll just enjoy it, John Miles. Yeah, I'm gonna try, buddy. I'm gonna try some. I'm gonna try a new strain. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try some Ghost OG. See how that does me tonight. Yeah, John Malkovich. That would be insane. I don't even know what to think. My mind would just be exploding the whole time. He's a wild man. All right, I got one more exit.
Welcome back to this U.S. Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
Let's see if they can use Grammarly to their advantage. Jones is eager to make her point in a friendly way. And now Miller's taking a technical...
I'm going to do I do the choir? I don't want to watch a bunch of children sing. So I'll just do the actual... This will be the send-off. Y'all are getting amped up for the Christmas season. And if y'all know me, y'all already know how I feel about this song in this movie. So this will be wrapping it up. We'll watch.
We're walking in the air.
Much love to y'all. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Those are still here. Those who tuned in. Much love to the Snotters. Much love to the fam who tuned in. Everybody. Great stream. And we're blessed. And we should be thankful.
I'm finding I can
Love
fly
y'all.
so high above with you. Across the world, the villages go by like dreams. The rivers and the hills, the forests and the streams. Children gaze open mouthed, taken by surprise. Nobody down below believes their eyes. We're surfing in the air. We're swimming in the frozen sky. We're drifting over icy mountains floating by.
This shit hits hard, bro. Snowman, if y'all ain't never watched the Snowman, watch it this Christmas. Sometime before Christmas. It's something to behold.
Suddenly swooping low on an ocean deep, rousing up a mighty monster from his
I first saw it on Charles' Twitch stream way back. And wow, this is amazing. And this song is in my soul, man. Yeah. Oh man, things were wild back then, dude. Way ahead of their time. Way ahead of their time. It's so crazy, dude. But fuck, man. Love each and one of y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in. I know it's been a little bit, and maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but I'll be in touch with you, Scroat. We'll figure some shit out. Life is life, and it might not be the quickest process, but we will fucking make some shit happen. The rhymes are there. You can ask the boys that I ride to work with on Fridays. We do the freestyle Fridays and shit. So we'll figure some shit out. We just got to work it out. But either way, much love to all of y'all. I'm fucking stoked that so many people turned out tonight from the crew. Made the stream exceptional, and that's just what I needed right now. And we've been blessed. So, with that being said, peace out to all of y'all, and it's been a great time. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and hope you all are amping up for the Christmas spirit and the holiday and all that good shit. So, without further ado, I'm going to put this shit to a close. And much love to the Snotters. Much love to anybody that tuned in. And I appreciate y'all. And we will gather again sometime soon in the near future. So, y'all have a good weekend. And I'm out. Take it easy, y'all.